Newcastle versus Chelsea. This is a match. This match. Now do or do. And Newcastle don't they use I see Chelsea. During the same time or see said them. They don't use I see Chelsea. How it takes it the match go. Now one match will be say they anticipate because we know how Newcastle play. We know the agility where we say that these people that they always bring in terms of how how each and every one of them they coordinated. Though they're not really there in their best form because they already lost their striker. You guys it. And then how they play now this time. They know they never complete. They never complete that way. And then you look at us also with a battle inconsistency. Inconsistency in the sense that we know they really win matches where we say we suppose win at hand. You understand? Exactly. We need much more results. Games like this, now we suppose they show say yes, we merit all those kind of points where we say we're not supposed to throw away. The games against Leeds, we suppose bury that game. The game against Bournemouth, we suppose bury them. You understand? Those are the kind of matches where we say go give you the edge over each and every other team. And then now we they go to play against Newcastle, St. James Park. That place where we say, hey, it be like terror. It be like terror attack. You understand? And now if we are going there now like this, we need to be very, very disciplined because of the last way happened to us for that place where we say they beat us that too, where we say Jackson collect that red card. I hope saying I remember very well. Make the team no come repeat himself again. You get that? So we guys make sure say when we they go into that match, we guys they very, very disciplined and coordinated. Remember we forget about all the others where we say don't they happen online with Maesca and with him moving out. We go talk about that one. But then into that game against Newcastle, we know how strong they are. You understand? So I believe that if we're all set, we should be able to win the match.
Now, approaching the big game, how do you see Chelsea and how do you see Newcastle?
You see, we all know Newcastle. First of all, let's talk about Newcastle.
Because it's a big game.
Yes, it's a big game. But let's talk about Newcastle. You see Newcastle. Look at everybody where we say they get for that team. In terms of how physically strong that they
it's
are.
A physical team.
Exactly. Very, very, very physical. You talk about how tall each and every one of them are and how they are able to press. You give the ball to Gordon or you give the ball to whoever is at that left wing side, and then you can see how they are able to outthrow. And now they have a new striker, who is tall. You see how tall that guy is. That guy should not be playing football. He should be playing basketball. You understand? But then, in terms of how they actually attack and how they play, they don't seem much more confident and how they string those that passes together. It's just like the same way we are also. We don't create much more chances again. We are not creating chances for each and for our striker to be able to bury. Where are the chances that we've created? How many chances have we been able to create? What is Enzo Fernandez doing? What is Neto doing? What is Garnacho or Gittins doing? What are my attacker? What are they doing? They are lacking behind in terms of them trying to create chances for my striker to be able to bury those chances. You understand? So if we are going to be going into that match, we need to be very, very careful of one more thing. Very, very important to set piece. Set piece is one thing that we should be very, very careful against Newcastle because of how tall we say that player they. You look at Jones Bond, very tall. You look at Waterman, tall. You look at Jonathan, tall. Look at how tall each and every one of them are.
Most of them are tall.
Very, very tall. And then you are talking about my own players that they don't even know how to jump or contest for area duel. How they won't take drum. You understand? How they won't take drum. So I feel like our set piece coach should go back to the way that he was able to do those tactics that he did against Wolves and against Arsenal, whereby our boxes should not be very, very crowded. It should not be that crowded because if it is crowded, they will have chance to be able to score. Now, take out 3 people from that place, set them aside, making sure that the box is less crowded, and then they are able to, whatsoever ball that is coming towards that side, if they clear it, my players can be able to arrange the ball together and off we go to that post. So that is what I want. We should make sure that whatever Newcastle wants to be able to do, they should be doing it at their own end, not at the expense of us trying to be shaken. And Maresca also again. We know that yes, you are good at rotating and everything, but then get your best fitted player. Fofana is not injured. Chalobah is not injured. Cucurella is not injured. Neither is Gustav injured. Get me my perfect backline. Every one of us as a Chelsea fan, we don't know our perfect backline. But we are not yet sure about our midfield and how our attack is going to be good. But you see that backline, give me those 4 people. Very, very coordinated. The kind of energy that they string together is giving.
But do you think that now you guys are now calling Gusto, Chalobah, Fofana, and Cucurella? What happens to James? You guys don't successfully locate the midfield.
No. It's not like we successfully locate James to the midfield. It is down to Maresca also because we don't have anybody that can be able to play that same side also. Now you look at Dario Esogo. He has been out on injury since. Somebody that person when we say we thought say may he come help
our midfield, he has been out. And then who else again do you want to put there? Is it Santos? Santos is not yet there. He's not yet there. You know, Caicedo is all okay again, and Enzo Fernandez is also giving. You understand? But then chances in that midfield, we have not really been able to create much more chances in that place. You understand it? So we need to make sure that the chances are coming from there, and going into the final third, we are sealing it perfectly. Look at the goal against Everton that Palmer was able to score. You understand? He has the foresight to be able to tell Fofana that give the ball to Gusto. He's far ahead of me, and we know Gusto is a fast runner. He has the pace, he has the agility and the strength to be able to keep on going forward. You get it? He saw the open space there, gave it to Palmer, and Palmer did what? Seal it into the net. One time ball. You know, so if we can be able to do all those kind of things in our final third, we should be able to win Newcastle. Newcastle are no match for a 1 billion team like my team. You understand?
1 billion team, but let's look at, physical
and stop bashing him too much. Yes, we can accept the fact that yes, we lose game and everything, but it's part of the game. We cannot be expected to win each and every one of our game and everything. So it is for us to be able to do what? Back him up properly and make sure that yes, onto the next game, we're able to do one or two things, because it's one of the things that he complains most about, that the fans are not doing anything. But then let's leave it as that.
All right. See you at St. James Park.